Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play, and we're going to call this Early Impressions, but you can probably call it a full life review as well. For Trombone Champ Unflattened VR, a game that was released on the Steam store today, November 26, 2024. It released on all the major VR storefronts, and it normally retails for $14.99. I bought this game. This is from the new VR studio, Flat to VR, which I've used the mods, the UEVR mod and the UUVR mod, but I bought this game. I don't have any affiliation with these devs. I joined the Discord, but it's not like I personally interact with any of these devs. So this is a totally unbiased review. Like I said, I bought the game, and I don't really personally know any of these devs. But I played this a little under 2 hours. I've been having a lot of fun. And let's just go ahead and play. Why am I talking so much? If you know this game, there's a non-VR game, and I do own that one. But I'm happy I got this official VR version, just because, it's very immersive the way it's done here. I did actually play the VR mod, and I will say this is a lot better than the VR mod. The VR mod was just like a exploration into VR and how VR would work, and obviously it was a great idea. And this is just a more polished, a much better experience, and I think the devs did a great job. I haven't run into any issues, but like I said, I don't want to talk a lot. I want to show. So let's go ahead and let's play, and we're gonna play. Obviously, to start off, we're gonna play the Star Spangled Banner. Here we go. Let's play the Star Spangled Banner. Let's play. Now, this is the default mode. So that was Star Spangled Banner. Hopefully I did it some justice. The default mode is to show both notes on both sides. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, that's a lot more difficult than the classic mode, which is just showing the notes on one side. And, usually I'm so busy looking at one side, and then the notes creep up on the other side. And I also notice that the game starts a little too fast. Like, as soon as you click on the song, you're like there when barely getting the trombone ready, and the song's already started. As you notice, it took me like a couple seconds to get into the groove, just because I was still, getting my bearings straight. Let's go ahead and let's go back to track select. So, we start off with the Star Spangled Banner. I love the soundtrack. There's a lot of great songs. And unfortunately, I did a mistake here, which I shouldn't have done. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was a big mistake. So let's go to settings. And we're going to turn menu music on. Invisible note range reduced. Oh, I didn't. Entire range. Well, we're going to go with reduced. I don't think we want to see the entire range, but I might be wrong on that. But another thing that I want to do is go back to and do classic mode. We might do Marseille, but... And as you see, but we're going to do the ball game. So another very American... That was my first time playing that song, and I got an S, and I got 2 of the challenges. Now, another great thing about this game is there's different trombones that you can unlock. And we've unlocked we've unlocked the classics. I think we're going to stick to patriotic songs, though. And here you can unlock... Let's see if we unlock anything here. So we don't have enough to get another card deck. Let's see. Oh, we've unlocked the glitch. So yes, you want to trade. And we got the glitch. And you can see my collection here. And you see this is a glitch. And the thing about these trombones... Some of them have special sounds, like this one. I don't know. Does this one have a special sound as well? Yes, it does. I don't want to do anything that annoying. But which I do want to change out. Like, did I have the stuffed gobbler? Is that the one I was using? I think so, right? I think so. Let's do another fall one. Let's do the... You know what? I don't know if I want to do the leaf blower. Okay, this one has no special sounds as well. Okay, I'll do the leaf blower. I will say that when I had the default mode instead of the classic mode, what is it called here? Let me see. Double mode. Double mode. Sometimes I had trouble seeing the notes on the left because I'm right-handed and I'm using the trombone. Just depending on where I'm seated and the trombone, sometimes I had difficulty. So I definitely recommend classic mode to avoid that issue, because obviously if you're seeing to the right, you got your trombone over here. You're not going to have those vision issues. So it's just much easier to do classic mode than the double mode. But if you want an extra challenge, double is definitely where to go. But I would just stick to mode classic, especially when you're just starting off the game. It just makes it so much easier. So we're actually going to do W Post March, because like I said, we're going to keep it patriotic here in the USA. You know, we got to keep it patriotic. I think I murdered that song. Showing my patriotism with that song. Hey, but I'm number 16 on the leaderboard. All right. Do we want to do Stars and Stripes? Let's do Stars and Stripes. I played this a little bit earlier. Let's do Stars and Stripes. We're gonna keep this patriotic today. Again, it's gonna be Thanksgiving soon, so we're in the Thanksgiving. I like how all the fireworks, when you're doing well, I like how all the fireworks and all the little animations. About the only complaint I have is I like to see more arenas, but again, it's hard to blame these devs when, they're modding a game from another developer. So, but yeah, I'd like to see more arenas. Something. I think that'd be a lot of fun in VR. Okay, so last song. Actually, let's check the store real quick because it is easy to get lots of upgrades, and I want to show that hopefully. So we only got 2 different cards. Let's see, did we unlock anything? Now, one thing I do want to mention is that you might be tempted to use a trigger to play the trombone, but I do not recommend doing that. And to me, at first, I started playing with a trigger, but the reason that I stopped is because carpal tunnel syndrome is a real thing, and if you use a trigger, it's going to be like one of those shooters where you're constantly pulling the trigger. Instead, use your thumb and use the face buttons. That'll really help you out a lot. I guess, which one do we want to do? We want to do Black Friday? Which one do we want to unlock next? I guess the Tone Twister. It says, what do we need? GW Gleck. So we're going to exchange cards, and we're going to exchange one of the ones that we have 4 on, because you get GW Gleck. Where's Gleck? I think this is Gleck here. Yes, that's Gleck. And if you have 4, you trade 3, that means you still have one of those, so you're still good. All right, let's go and let's check this one out. Okay, that has a normal sound. For the last thing, we're going to use the fish because it doesn't have... And we're going to stick with the patriotic, and we're gonna do one of the most American things we can do. We're going to play Mexican music. So we're going to play Jarabe Tapatío. But with a fish. This is one of the most American things you can do. So you gotta be ready. Arriba Mexico! Viva Mexico! That's one of the most American things you can do, is to take something from another culture and totally mess it up. I did have some tracking issues though, and that happens usually when I change trombones. That I don't know if I don't have the best lighting or if there's something about my setup, but sometimes I just don't have the best tracking all of a sudden. And again, it usually happens when I get a new trombone, and it happened there. And for whatever reason, I had trouble extending out, and it just wouldn't do it for me. So I had to re-grab it, try to reset myself with the trombone so that I could reach the lower notes by extending out with my hand. So for a while there, I was having trouble reaching the low notes just because the furthest I would go, it still wouldn't go all the way down. So I've had some of those issues, but that's the only issue I've noticed with the game. I don't think it's the game's fault, but I wish there was an easier way to reset, to pause, reset, and make sure that you can easily reach everything. That's one thing I would like to see in this game. A way to reset your play space, make sure that you're fully tracking, sort of like a little pause, reset your position in the game. I actually manually reset from Steam. Well, actually from the Oculus SDK, I believe. So that's the way that I've been resetting. But I wish there was a way to do it in game. A way to pause the game and reset yourself. That way you can be tracked easier. Because I've had some issues, but usually, like I said, only usually happens after I change instruments. So I think the way they're differently configured leads to maybe some issues. Maybe I'm not really sure. But overall, my experience is very positive. This is a fun game to play. But beware carpal tunnel syndrome. I have to be honest. My hand does hurt even from using the face buttons. It still hurts because you're going a lot like this, and you're pressing the face button a lot, and for whatever reason, it does give my hand some trouble. There are some little secrets to unlock here, by the way. There's like a little baboon, and you can check your total tweets, your total toots, and there's the cards to unlock. So yeah, I had a very fun game. Had a very fun time playing this game. I highly recommend it. It to me, this is near perfect on the day of release from a new developers out there, and I'm very happy with the Flat2VR Studios. Seems like they know what they're doing, and this is one of the better VR mods out there, and they did a great job with this game. Like I said, I'm in the Discord with these devs only because of UEVR and UUVR and being involved in improving those free-to-play mods, but I don't personally know any of the devs. I don't talk to them, and I bought this game just like anybody else, so I don't have any reason to try to hype up the game or anything like that. Just as you know, anyone who knows my channel knows that I try to be as honest as possible. I try to mention the positives and the negatives anytime, and this is a very fun game. Definitely worth the $14.99 I paid. Yeah, if I have to rate it, and like I said, this is not a full review, although you can sort of call it a full review. Early impressions, but you can call it a full live review. And I played this enough that I think I know all the ins and outs of this game, even though I haven't played all the songs. But obviously I've played enough, as you can tell. As you can tell, there, I didn't just pick up the game, and I played it enough that I think I know where it's good and where maybe it could be better. And if I have to rate it, I would give it a very solid 8 out of 10. Like I said, the only issue I have is I'm not sure why they're using the double as the default. To me, the single should be the default, and then the double should be like for a higher score, higher multiplier, and the leaderboard should be different for each of them, because I do think that having the double is a lot more difficult than having the single. And like I said, maybe some issues with just being able to reset your play space within the game. Let's look at the settings. Maybe I missed it, but I don't think I did. You can adjust latency, which is good. This is very necessary for a music game, but mine's works fine. There's advanced info, but I don't see anything that would... And you know what? It might be better to toggle. That might actually solve my issue there. Maybe making it a toggle would solve my issue with the trombone. You know what? I've not tried that. Maybe that would help it. Maybe. But yeah, other than that, graphics, the only thing you can really do with graphics is change the super sampling, which is all you need. It looks great. I have it on high. It looks great. It was running smooth at 90 frames per second. I don't know what pumping up the super sampling even more would do for this game. It looks good. Like I said, I'd like to see more arenas. The developers mentioned that they're going to bring DLC to the game, which I'm very much looking forward to. I'd love me some DLC for this game. I think they said it was free DLC seasonal songs. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken, but I think I read it was going to be free. I'm not sure on that. But like I said, I'd give this an 8 out of 10, which is a very high score. As you guys know, I'm a very tough reviewer. I'm a tough scorer. But I think an 8 out of 10 is fair for this game, and I'm impressed. These devs did a great job. So anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play early impressions, or if you want to call it a full live review for Trombone Champ Unflattened. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.